Especially in that first half, was devastating. What was the key to that victory tonight?
I think we got off to a good start. Intensity, we pressed them high. Regains, counter-attacks, I think we've done it really well. And got 2 goals, so obviously a comfortable start. And then it was about closing, going backwards. So I think the performance today was really good, offensively and defensively.
How did you hurt Manchester United so effectively?
I think we have good quality when we win the ball to counter. But it starts off with the press and pressing as a team with intensity. And when we win the ball, we want to go straight forward. And yeah, today we scored 2 beautiful goals, so it was a good feeling.
Yeah, for your goal in particular, you were unmarked 6 yards out. I bet you couldn't believe it, could you?
Yeah, the ball took a bit of a deflection, so no, I mean my job is to be in the box when the ball is there, so I was there, and another goal.
6 games in a row now you've scored in the Premier League, obviously a hat-trick within that as well. Are you feeling as good as you felt on that pitch for Newcastle?
I don't know. All I know is I feel good. I think we're playing really good at the moment, and I'm feeling confident as well. So obviously you enjoy playing like we do now, and it's beneficial for me as well.
Yeah, he's on some run. He must feel like every time he plays, he's going to score at the moment.
Yeah, that's the lovely feeling you get when you're a centre forward. We looked at him before the game, didn't we? We looked at the array of goals that he scores. It can be with anything, you know, his head, his left foot, his right foot. He's a good finisher, good in the air. Another header today. He's top class in every way. I love he's just class. He uses class, the way he goes into certain positions. I love some of his runs, the way he stays on side. This is his goal. He was right, the ball did take a deflection, and that probably did it for Manchester United, because if that ball comes in flat, Phil, it's much easier to defend.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't get a touch, I think Harry's in the right position to defend the ball. And yeah, it took a wicked deflection, and unfortunately it's in the back, for United point of view, it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, as you see, always getting into that 6-yard box, Steve. He knows where the goal is, he knows where most goals are scored. And
I think it's the timing of his movement. Like he manages to stay on side. He manages to time it just at the right time, where he can get a head on it or get a touch with a volley or a half volley. He does it really well and really effective as well.
And Harry Maguire there saying, "I've got the runner." If my lip reading skills are on blob, and he did have the runner, but obviously Isak was just ghosting in behind. So it was an unfortunate deflection, but still the ball's landing in your 6-yard box. You've got 3 centre halves and 2 wing backs. You should have enough bodies to head that out.
Yeah, from a central defender's point of view?
Yeah, both goals are avoidable, I think. I think even the build-up before the goal, very easy. Just one switch of play. No real great pressure on the ball. I mean, wide players these days, I feel they don't need much of a... they only need half a yard to stick the ball in, so you've got to get tighter, force him wider. Not good enough from United's point of view, and a simple header for Isak.
And just on him, 25 goals in this calendar year in the Premier League. That's more than Salah, more than Haaland, only battered by Cole Palmer.
Yeah, he's seriously good. Newcastle have done so well to get him, and he won't.
Develop him,
yeah. And obviously to feed him as well. You know, Newcastle have got some good players that are in attacking positions that they get the ball to and play to his strengths. And of course, he won't be on the market. I mean, he'd be one of the most sought-after players. But if he was, then I'd say that only Manchester City probably wouldn't or couldn't do with him. I mean, Erling Haaland is that number 9, isn't he? But apart from that, he would walk into any team in the Premier League in that position. Yeah,
Joe Linton got the second goal. And as you say, again, from a United point of view, they'll be disappointed with the build-up and the way the ball came into the box again.
Yeah, just too easy to play through. Not enough pressure on the ball. You see the wide area here, he just chops back and there's no real pressure to go and get up to the ball. It's a simple ball in, and Lisandro Martinez has got caught underneath the ball a little bit, and he's just... Yeah, it's a powering header. Really difficult to stop when he gets a run on you, but he's got to do better. Got to stop the cross coming in first and foremost, and got to be stronger in the box. And 2 really simple goals, 2 very sane goals. And like I said, Man United give themselves a mountain to climb in the second half.
Harry Maguire here, I mean, he goes and sticks on Isak, doesn't he? Obviously, Isak scored the first goal, a similar goal to that. Is there anything in that where he's sort of, you could accuse him of the first goal, but then he's almost like, well, I've got my man, I'm not moving from my man this time. And all of a sudden, because he says, I was getting the runner on the first one. Well, actually, if he's watching the runner on this one, he probably heads it out. But this time, he almost glues himself to Isak. Just have a look at this, Phil. What do you think here? I mean, he just goes and glues himself. But if he goes with the runner, he'll have a chance of saving it.
If he actually stays in his position there, rather than engaging with Isak, he probably heads the ball away. But as a defender, you always get attracted to the man, and sometimes, listen, you've got to stop the cross. He's 2 yards off him. This cross has come in. Maybe if he stays in the position, but I just think that just the cohesion between the back three, back five, you know, the way Newcastle performed today, the triggers that they set all over the pitch. You've seen Isak said in the interview after the game, the intensity they pressed that. United couldn't handle it in the first half, and then on the flip side of that, you look at United. It was very slow. The build-up was very laboured, and you couldn't really see the patterns of play forming. And then second half, they gave a little bit more of an intensity. They moved the ball around a little bit quicker, but couldn't really find the killer pass or the killer instinct to go and hurt Newcastle. And it was a really good performance, a solid performance from Newcastle.
You know what a United fan would want me to ask at this point? Why can't they start the game with that intensity that they started the second half with? Why does it take them to go 2-0 down and probably get a few choice words out?
Yeah, very, very good question. I think the best I've seen United this season, the best I've seen them is when they've played in a mid-block and they've almost swallowed the pride a little bit and gone, you know what, we'll sit a little bit deeper, we'll allow the opposition to come on and we'll counter quickly when we win the ball back. And we've got the likes of Garnacho and those types of people who can go and hurt you the other way. You did it against Arsenal in the first half, which I thought they were very good. OK, they didn't create too many chances, but I thought they were defensively out of possession. They were really good, really well structured, closed the gaps, closed the spaces nice and narrow. And against City, I thought the game plan worked reasonably well. OK, City are in a bad run of form as well, but you know, when they press high up at the minute, it seems like they're not getting the triggers right, they're not getting the press right, so the distances then become so disjointed all over the pitch that it's very easy to play through the lines and split the lines. And they've not quite nailed that down yet. And listen, it's a work in progress. The managers made that clear. It's going to be very tough. They're in a really bad run of form. The confidence is lower than a snake's belly at the minute. You can see that. You can sense it around the ground. And somehow, somewhere, somebody's going to have to get a grip of the players, or, you know, one of the players is going to have to, you know, speak up, or something's going to have to be done in the dressing room to try and galvanise this team, because right now they're really suffering and low on confidence.
Well, Newcastle have come through their sticky spell, that is for sure. As we've said, 5 consecutive wins in all competitions, and in the Premier League 4 in a row without conceding a goal. A happy Eddie Howe then.
Eddie, quite often in seasons, clubs get chances to make a statement victories.
Business once more on the back of that very important equaliser, 1-1. So deflection, and it will be a throw-in. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Romeo Lavia. And there it is, the half-time whistle. So the beginning of the second half here at Stamford Bridge. Possession 1. Mudryk. Being egged on by the crowd. And a goal to re-establish their advantage. Just look at the celebrations. Palmer.